Coach, we're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action now, Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's get in there, Black, come on.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. He'll buy some time right. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Off the play fake, Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Watch the safety coach team, spill. Hey, no, easy. We're going. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins open here, Adam Thielen. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
He's not going to get me. Zebra. 56 is the mic. Watch a slack. Hey, exit.
Working out of the gun. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen, and that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now a carry for Sanders. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He was brought down by Eric Wilson. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
54. Here we go. Sunday. Shoot. 80 weapon.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Bravo.
3rd and long for Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Here we go, back man. 180! They forced Tokyo!
Screen! Pass! Mike's 54! Mike's 50!
Hey, Foxtrot!
Get ready! Get ready!
Hey, watch that! Check Mike 54! Mike! They kill it! They forced Tokyo!
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. "35 yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins, and they will take over at the 29-yard. Line.
All day, every day. All day, every day.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
A big play there for Philly. 48 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
The Eagles on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And that'll set him back 5. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They go play action. Cousins. And he finds his target. It's sharp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle. On play action, Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Pick it up. He's crossing.
He's 61. Match box.
Cousins to throw it. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Duke Riley, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
What's the other?
6'6". Pull it high.
Check.
300.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go.
48.
Cousins now from the 50. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this 2nd half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Here we go. Ready? Run. Hey, empty.
Alert 3.
Greystone, travel.
25. Check 25.
1st down, and they go back to Harris. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Hey, wahoo! 54. Here we go. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike. Tyson. Come to my work.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He's got his man on the comebacker. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Harris. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Hey, 57.
Here's Wentz to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. On 1st and 10, Cousins firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Duke Riley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. The Jets have scored again. They're really opening it up now. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Oh, design run for their wideout. Alshon Jeffrey. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 35. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. It's their quarterback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
They'll run with Sanders, and this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
I know you felt that one.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on now. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but they're under pressure, and they got to him again. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Cousins throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. To throw, Cousins. Looking left side, and it's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. To throw is Cousins. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. The point after through the raindrops, up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Another run here with Sanders. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
There we go, Pac-Man. 180! 54, Mike, 54. Got one. 14, 82, 14. Hey, Haywood. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Sanders. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Sunday.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, here I come.
Go.
Here I come.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Now Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And that last penalty makes this third down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Check.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And they'll get this down to the 10. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Here we go.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Eagles, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.